premise of this book is that we express love and affection in different ways. So, for example, I might express my love for you with words. I might say, I love you, or I appreciate you, or I'm grateful for you. But not everybody's primary love language, like the same way I'm speaking English now, but my second language would be Japanese, or maybe your mother tongue is Russian, and this is your second language. We have love languages that are primary and secondary. So there are 5 love languages. I'll try and get them off the top of my head, but it's words of affirmation, so saying stuff, gift giving, acts of service, doing nice things for people, physical touch, and I can't remember the 5th one, so I'm gonna have to consult it. Spending quality time. Okay, so those are the 5 ways you can express love. It's funny because all dudes will say, yeah, well, mine is physical affection, because they think about sex. But funnily enough, actually, most people's love language, primary one, isn't physical affection. Sex is completely different from that. There's a little test, really. Next time you are in a social interaction, the next few times, monitor your reaction to other people depending on what they do. So, for example, do you feel happier if somebody says something nice to you? Or do you feel happier if somebody touches you while they're talking to you, gives you a hug? Or do you feel happier if somebody, like a friend, brings you a gift? Or if they do something for you? Or do you just like spending long periods of time? Now, this will differ from person to person, and you will express love in different ways. So, for example, I don't know, just say I had a girlfriend, okay? And she was getting a bit upset because I never said I love you to her. Now, she's getting upset because her primary love language is probably words of affirmation. She has to hear the words, I love you, to feel loved. And there's many reasons for that. It can be upbringing, all sorts of things. But for me, I might actually be saying I love you a lot. I might be screaming it at the top of my lungs, but in a different way. If I do the dishes or some shit, like do that for her, that's me saying I love you if my love language is acts of service. Or maybe I buy her shit, Some people aren't materialistic at all, they weren't brought up that way. So if you buy them something, they don't even consider that an act of love. It's just, oh, okay. But anyway, this book goes into how you can identify your love language and how you can speak to others in their love languages. And once you learn to identify how other people express affection, and you can talk to them that way, your personal relationships will take off.